this whole trip is about experiences, so being taken to these different places in Shanghai and Bangkok, just to be in these places and see all these different elements and dimensions. You know, it's either travelling through a tunnel with crazy flashing lights or meeting people and finding out all these interesting kind of aspects of day-to-day life and creativity. I really wanted to represent that in the installation, so create a sensory experience around the Fiesta which mimics the experiences that I've had. Through Ford, we're able to combine all these elements and get people involved that normally wouldn't have access to, which I think is really important. We have Cobb come in with his team, and we had Ben come in, who's a set designer, who built the sculptures. Architecturally and physically, it's a ridiculous concept to build things that are, I guess, structurally unsound. And I think when Ben would have seen some of the sculptures, he would have gone, what are they doing to me? Why are they making me build these ridiculous shapes? We need to tilt this way as well. The great thing about these sculptures here is that for me it's basically taking a few geometrical connections and then moving them around in 3D space, trying to make it as non-linear as possible. That and like that, yeah. When Ford asked me to build an installation around the Fiesta, I wanted to create something that was intricate and detailed but wouldn't require, you know, months and months of planning. And I think a good way to be able to do that is through the use of laser and reflection. So we're going to wait for Ben, we're going to move that out of the way, and then we're going to turn these lights off and just do a laser test. Today's been very, very cool. I've been just enjoying it so much. Basically what we're doing today is positioning lasers, but there's no diagram for where the lasers are going. It's completely chaotic and just experimental and organic the way it's happening. So basically just position one laser to hit a mirror, usually which is attached to the car, and then we're just getting that to bounce around. Really the whole idea was having the laser kind of geometrically traverse around the car, and all the different colours pass by each other and reflect off the car. Some of the beams are bouncing off the sculptures. Some of the beams are breaking up through this Lumiere glass, which creates a fractal effect on the shards. Some of the beams, they're not hitting the mirrors perfectly. They're coming off and spraying off in different directions as well, which gives it that tangibility, I think. When I was in Shanghai and I was watching the Pudong skyline, that was one of the biggest LED screens I've ever seen in my life. So every single individual LED is made up of 3 diodes, as red, green and blue. So I wanted to take that and split the lasers into the different colours. That for me is actually taking experiences and slicing them up into their various components. I find it really interesting the way you have this interplay between consciousness and physicality, and people really take for granted the level of complexity of their surroundings, and a whole life is based on a multitude of these kinds of sensory experiences that we're trying to awaken our mind through our environment. That also got translated into the installation. It was very inspiring for me to be able to witness, you know, all these interactions and to be integrated into this whole 24-hour lifestyle and just this whole whirlwind of interaction. And that's what my whole trip was about. It was a culmination of multiple experiences. That's something I really wanted to represent in the installation, was being able to take all these experiences and combine them into one multi-dimensional artwork.